Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unscripted, the series where I take a completely unscripted look at games and give it a 1 through 10 rating. I am Krooked, and today we're playing Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. You might notice that it looks a little weird around the border. I don't know why it's capturing that way. It just is. So we're going to go ahead and get past this, and we're going to get into here. I loved this game as a kid. I remember playing it in, like, the pod at arcades. And then when it came out on my Nintendo 64, I remember getting to play it and having a fun time. I played it for like 5 seconds to see if it would capture properly because it had that graphical error. And it does. So, you know, that's where we're at. And this game is great. So, ideally, you want to play as, like, Sebulba, because Sebulba's the best, but if you don't have Sebulba, you can always just be Lil Annie. You can buy parts for your ship, or for your pod, like...
Welcome to Watto's shop, huh? Take a look around. I got everything you need, huh?
Oh. You don't have everything that I need, because I need things for free. So, this is actually kind of cool, though, because it's a racing game where you have cutscenes, you have a lot. You can customize your parts. There's a ton of characters. You can always upgrade your stuff. This game was so ahead of its time for being on the 64 and being, you know, arcade port, basically. It was a little bit different, but man, this game was everything. And the fact you could play with other people made it even better. So for anyone who doesn't know what pod racing looks like, well, go watch Star Wars Episode 1 of Phantom Menace. If you do know, you know that this looks exactly like pod racing. The graphics are a little chunky, which, you know, it happens. I think there have been some remasters of this that have come out that make the graphics look a little bit better on, like, Steam and stuff. But for the time, this is what you got. And honestly, it looks a lot better than the PlayStation games that we've been playing.
It's a new lap record.
Just, this game is so cool. And this is the easiest race, of course, so it's not a surprise that I'm ahead of everything. While we're going on this, there's no music, which I don't know why that was a trend for Star Wars games back in the day, that it wouldn't have music when you're playing the game, because that's really annoying, and it's something that would drive me nuts. But at the same time, this is a racing game. You don't really need to pay attention to what's going on, so you can just throw on your favorite soundtrack, and you can have a good time doing that. Heck, you could even put on, you know, one of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge playlists and listen to, like, the Dusty Jawas and have a good time doing that. Oh, man! Lil Annie just went Lil Kaboomy. So, that is something that happens that you have to be careful of. You can also look behind you. It's not always the most helpful of things to do. You have to brake. And you can change your camera angle. I kind of like being right here, just because it makes me feel like I'm in the action without being too close to everything. As for your HUD, it shows you your time, your speed, your position, what lap you're on, shows you a little map so you kind of know where to go. And if this seems easy, again, it's because it's the very first level. This one is easy. But overall, this is one of those games where you're going to have a fun time if you like racing games at all. And the fact that it's Star Wars, it really improves on it. After this, I'll show you some of the things that you can do to, like, work on your pod a little bit more than what I did earlier with Watto. And you'll see that it's a lot more advanced than it lets on to be. Which games back then didn't do this. This was kind of groundbreaking because before it was You had a racing game, man. You picked your car and you raced, and that was the racing game. But this actually broke that a little bit by giving you the ability to customize your vehicle. And it does it in a really, really good way. So, okay. So, we're going to do that. But instead of racing, we're going to go back. We're going to go back. Nope. Still me. Okay. Yes. That's right. We have to go into the second race. Must place fourth or better. So here we can go into buy parts.
Only the best
And let's
find
see.
here in my shop, huh?
So let's increase top speed.
Have you seen my chance
then-
cube?
We'll go to the junkyard. I think you can find some things there.
Look around! I got a lots of junk.
Yeah.
Outlanders.
Oh.
They come here. How do they
It
find
costs like
me?
7K.
They come here.
Vehicle upgrades. I think in here you can change some things too. Yeah, so in here we can change out parts and we can replace
Change
it with
your
other
mind?
things. And
Put in an Olia!
yeah, I
Mind
don't know what the difference between some of these are. We also have little pit droids there. You can inspect your vehicle, which allows you to take a look at it, and then you can also change your vehicle. So if you don't want to be Anakin, you want to be Ebe Endocott, you could do that. You could be Dudbolt, you can be any of them. And then once you're done with that, you just go back in, you start a race, and you get on to the next one. You can upgrade your vehicle a lot. This game is awesome. So, with it being a racer that is like way ahead of its time, and even today has customization options that you don't find in every racing game, and with a lot of voice acting stuff, the game is great. The only real downside is that it doesn't have music. And, well, it doesn't hurt it that much. So I know it's been a little while since we've had a really good game come out, but if I'm giving any score to Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racer, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. It could be better. It could have music, and that would probably increase it by about 2 points. It could also have a bit more variety and a little bit more with its controls other than what it is. And some of the death points are a little dumb, but yeah, you're gonna have a good time playing this game with all the upgrades, and it has a ton of replayability. This game's a solid 7 out of 10, and if you haven't played it, pick it up on like PC or something. Just have a fun time. I think some of the ports offer online play, so if you do that, get online and have fun with some other people. So if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe so that way you don't miss an Unscripted, and don't forget to hit the bell so you never miss when a new episode comes out. If you want to support me a little bit more beyond that, go ahead and feel free to check out my Patreon. There's a link in the description down below. And you get some benefits, such as your name in the credits, as well as input on future episodes. Other than all of that, I do want to thank you for watching Unscripted, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye!